Okay, thank you guys so much for joining me today. If you're new here, I am Diamond. If you're returning, hashtag Diamond Gang in the comment section. Today's video is another relationship advice video, but in terms of mother-in-law, it doesn't have to be like the person's, you don't have to be married, okay? So it's like I'm using it loosely. So for today, mother-in-law is just your partner's mother, okay? Now you may be wondering, why are there two TVs? Quick story time, which you guys love my story times. Psych. I usually watch videos on the TV, which was this one, which was out there, and it had some issues. All of a sudden my mom said when she was watching it, some stuff was coming up and some lines and stuff in the TV. So I decided, she didn't complain or anything to me, but I decided that I'm gonna take my TV, which the one that I use for my videos, that one is working perfectly, but nobody watches it because whatever. So I decided I'm gonna take that TV, which is this one here, and bring it out there, and then put the one that isn't working in here because I don't use it, and put it out there so she can watch it. And then I don't know what I touched or what I did, but the Wi-Fi completely stopped working, the phone stopped working, and some sort of cord or something. I didn't move anything, but it seems like I nudged something and it just completely messed everything up. So she was freaking out, and she was, you know, doing the absolute most when I was trying to do something nice for her. So now I have two TVs in the room. I don't know if I can put anything on that TV there, edit anything on that TV, but whatever. Now, if it wasn't already obvious, I don't really have a great relationship with my mother. So whoever I'm dating isn't gonna meet my mom. You're not gonna just pop up and have a better relationship with my mom than me. Not on my watch. But yeah, I'm kidding. But in terms of like meeting parents and stuff, I don't really like meeting parents, but I'm cool. But you will never meet my mom. That's just how it's gonna be. You'll never meet my mom, and you may meet my dad, but he probably doesn't care. So you may never meet my parents if we ever get into a relationship, okay? So there's that. Okay, so there are so many photos or drawings or whatever out there online where you'd see a guy and he's just standing up and his arms are outstretched, and you have the Holy Trinity lineup, you know, mom, wife, daughter. Who do you hug first? Let me know in the comments, and I'll give you like 2 seconds, and you can just type that real quickly. So yeah, they'll ask you, who does he hug first? Who does he hug first? Oh my god, who does he hug first? Who is more important? He gotta hug his mom. No, he gotta hug his daughter. No, he gotta hug his wife. No. Okay? If it's a lineup, that means, and this is my opinion, my channel, my opinions, if there's a lineup, obviously you're gonna hug the person who is closest to you. That's weird. If you think the wife should be hugged first and the mom is closer, does he pass his mom to go hug his wife? That's weird. Hug who is closer. If they're all if you're like this and they're all standing just straight across, that's gonna be, you know, some math, because now you're gonna have to do angles and degrees, you know, to see who is the closest angle to you, you know. But I don't think that makes any sense for you to say, okay, I have to hug my wife first, or I have to hug my mom first, or I have to hug my daughter first. It should be something like, okay, this person is closer to me, I hug them, I hug this person, and then I go to hug the next person. Okay, it's not that serious. But for some people, what they say is you leave your mother's house according to tradition and Bible and whatever. You basically leave your parents' house, which is your mother's house, and then you go and you find a wife, and then with that wife you create the child, right? Which is not normal for everyone, but whatever. So basically they're saying that your wife should be first, right? So you leave your mother to go to your wife, and then the daughter comes after, but the wife should be first. And then you have another set of people who say the mother and the wife are grown people. The daughter is the one who is the dependent, who is looking up to you. I don't think the child is gonna care that, okay, grandma and mom is getting hugged before me, or getting their dinner before me, or whatever before me. I don't think the child is gonna care. But in terms of, let's do the drowning one. In terms of who is drowning, right? Mom is drowning, wife is drowning, daughter is drowning. Who do you save? You save the daughter, in my opinion, because the daughter has lived the least amount of life and hasn't experienced anything as yet. And you can only save one person first. So the first person you should save would be your daughter. Hugging, which is trivial and really, it doesn't really do anything for a person if you hug them. It doesn't do any major things to them. Hugging, hug whoever is closer. Drowning, save the younger person who has lived the least amount of life. Okay? I don't know what other scenario I can put it in, but in terms of like the drowning and the hugging, I'd say hugging whoever is closer to you, and with drowning, you save the child. Because the adults, they're old, not old, but they're older than the child. They already lived their life, a portion of their life. The child hasn't lived anything yet. It's gonna be weird to say, okay, I saved my wife and I let my mom and my daughter drown. That's weird. The wife gave you the child, the daughter. This is tricky. Okay, so now if your mother-in-law isn't acting like a mother-in-law, then never confront her. Okay, never go to her and say, hey, why you doing this? You a beep beep, you a deep deep. Don't do that. Okay, the first thing you should do is to talk to your partner and say, baby girl, baby boy, your mom. Your mom. Okay, so talk to your partner, let your partner know, hey, your mom doing a little bit too much. She's also not doing enough, so I'm coming to you first before I knock 6 or 7 teeth out. So that's what you should do. I love like movies and TV shows and stuff where you have the wife or the husband give their partner an ultimatum. Hey, baby girl, it's either you tell your mom to back off, or we're done. Or you have the wife or the girlfriend or whatever would say, it's me or her. Who do you choose? Because she doing a lot, and in her mind this is her son, but she needs to know that this was her baby, but this is somebody else's baby now. Yeah, so I love when people give their partners ultimatums. It's either you do this or I do this. Okay, that's the quickest way to get people to do the right thing. All right, don't complain and curse and cry and freak the hell out. Just say, okay, if you're not doing this, then I'm not doing this. Or if you're not gonna do this, then I'm gonna do this. Boom. Yeah. Now, if you're living with your mother-in-law, that's different. That's gonna be more complicated, especially if it's their if it's the mother-in-law's house. That's gonna be a little bit different. You can't confront someone in their own house. You can't send someone to confront someone else in their own house. You know, you get what I'm saying? It doesn't matter who's right or who's wrong. You're in their space. So however they treat you is your responsibility, because you're grown. You know, you're a grown person with your partner living in someone else's house. So there's really nothing you can do about that. You just have to suck it up until you get your own place. But you can always try. You can always try. The next thing is, if you're in her place, in her house, living there because she needs assistance, that's another complicated thing, because you can't leave because you want to be there to assist, to help her. Maybe she has a disability or whatever, she's old. That's gonna be another complicated situation, because you can't leave her, right? Maybe you don't want to put her in a home. You can't leave her there by herself. But then when you're there, you're miserable. So I don't know about that one either. Okay, that's gonna be a hard decision you're gonna have to make. It's either you put her in a home or you stay there and you suck it up. All right, so my advice is always express yourself. Always talk about your issues. Talk about your problems, all right? If you're having an issue with your mother-in-law, use healthy expression. You may never know. This person could probably not know this thing is bothering you this much. This person could, you know, not see it as an issue, or they could be intentionally doing it. You know, it's good to express yourself so you can know where the person's head is at, because a lot of the times if someone hates you, like a mother-in-law or something like that hates you, they're gonna tell you. Okay, so she's acting weird and you finally decide, hey, I'm gonna talk to this woman and I'm gonna say, listen, why are you acting like this? Why are you doing this? You know, why are you coming over here 24/7? Because and you know we're in a relationship, so we're gonna need our privacy. Why are you here? You know, when you speak to her, she could literally just look at you and just say, hey, I want to make your life miserable. That's what I'm here for. I hate you, and I want my son to be my baby forever. My baby boy. Or I want my daughter to be my baby forever, my baby girl. So a lot of them are hateful people. A lot of the times are very upfront about their hate. And then you have people who, when they love you, they're just like subtle. You know, if a mother-in-law, like, she loves you or she's, you know, treating you well, she just like brings something for you, like something she knows you like, send something for you, send you a nice little message, a nice little text, post about you on her Facebook. You know, old people love Facebook, child. So when you would see how people act around you, you'd see how they feel about you. All right, so express yourself. All right, so you can know if there's no clear signs or you just feel a certain way about a situation, express yourself, and chances are you're gonna get the answer that you're looking for, or one you're not looking for, but it's gonna be what you need. Now, personally, I don't want to meet anyone's mother. I'll meet her if you want me to meet her, and I'll be nice in my normal self, but I don't want to, you know? And you won't be meeting my mom. As I said before, I don't want to meet your mom. I don't. Do not let me meet your mom, okay? It's not something special to me. Like, oh, I have to meet his mom. Okay, I will do it. I will support you. I'll show out for you, okay? I'll wear the granny frock, okay? I'll dress way down, and I'll look flat and boring for you. I'll meet your mom, but I don't want to, okay? As soon as we get out her house and we get in the car, I'm taking off that I love your mom sweatshirt. and I'm going back to being the baddest. Okay, so thank you guys so much for listening and watching. You're watching right now and you're single as hell, and I'm making this right now and I'm single as hell. High five. Boom. All right, so remember to like, remember to subscribe, share my videos, comment if you're gonna use this info, comment if you've ever had like a situation where your stepmom your mother-in-law is crazy, or a situation where she's super nice and you're just like, oh, who is she, you know, super nice, you love her. Let me know in the comments. Thank you so much for watching. I love you guys so much. I'll see you in my next video. Peace out. Yeah, my mom, she's different, okay? Let's just leave it at that. She's different. She's not gonna want to meet you, and I don't want her to meet you. But my dad, you can meet my dad, okay? You can go on trips with my dad, you can have fun with my dad, you can talk to my dad. He's cool like that, okay? So if we're dating, you're meeting my daddy. Period. Full stop.